Okay. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Elick?
Here?
Mr. Gebhardt?
Here.
Ms. Karstafen?
Here.
Mr. Hauser? And Mrs. Seguin?
Here.
Okay, would everybody please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and welcome to the February 15th, 2023 Elyria Board of Education meeting. I'd like to introduce our group up here. To my right is Board Member and Vice President Mike Gebhardt. To his right is Board Member Elaine Sequin. I'm Greg Elick. To my left is Board Member Annie Karstafen. Absent out ill today is Board Member Len Hauser. He will not be here. To his chair's left is our Superintendent Ann Slosh. And all the way down on the end, for the last time, is our award-winning treasurer, Joy Clickinger. Okay, moving along today, we will have a presentation later. Nobody has signed up to talk. Actually, we have a recommended, I guess I should have looked this over here. So we do have a recommended Ohio Revised Code, I guess. Madam Superintendent, would you like to touch real quick on the calendar here?
Sure. As you know, we have to have it on the agenda for any input from the community, but this is one of the agendas that was voted on for yearly. It's very similar to most. The major difference is that spring break is the week before Easter on the one that they voted in this time, which we've had before in the past, but only once I can remember of in my tenure. But yes, it's for the 23-24 season.
And this is for public information. This
Right.
is not a required vote because I believe we have already voted on this, correct? We do not need to vote on this.
No, we do not. It's just for them, yeah.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. So we'll move along on the agenda to the minutes. The minutes for the February 1st and the February 9th, 2023 meeting have been posted. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Karstafen and a second by Board Member Gebhardt. Any comments or questions? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mrs. Seguin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Madam Treasurer, do you have action items for us this evening?
Just a couple. I've got the monthly financial reports for January, and we have one donation from the VFW Ohio Charities. It was for $1,500 to our high school JROTC.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the treasurer action items?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Sequin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Gebhardt. Any questions or comments? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Seguin?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Any other reports for us this evening, Madam Treasurer?
I just had one thing to mention, because it's my last board meeting. I received an award from the Auditor of State's Office.
All right. Perfect timing, right?
So, I didn't want to miss one. Anyhow, they would have come out tonight, and I thought that might be a little much. So I would like to thank my staff, who happens to be here anyway, but between the staff and the administration, clearly we know I can't do this alone, but we did get the Auditor of State Award with distinction.
Oh, that's excellent.
All right.
Nice job.
Is that your first award?
No.
All right, well, we will come around back to that here later in the meeting and move along to superintendent action items. Madam Superintendent.
Thank you. First of all, to approve the payment of up to 100 hours for IEP obligations. These two staff members have helped us out greatly with we had a resignation, and they're covering some of the casework for the resignation. So we really appreciate their work. And that is it for action items.
So I have a motion to approve the superintendent action items.
So moved.
A motion by Board Member Gebhardt. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Karstoffen. Comments or questions? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Madam Superintendent, do you have personnel action items for us this evening?
I sure do. First of all, to approve the unpaid leave of absence for the following certified staff member, to approve the appointment of the following certified staff member, another sub, to approve the athletic supplemental contract for the following non-employee as detailed below, and to approve the following district game workers for the rest of the year, and to approve the appointment of the following EHS student worker for the Performing Arts Center, to approve the unpaid leave of absence for the following classified staff members. We have a retirement that was turned in. Many of you know Miss Judy. If you are on Facebook, you saw the clap out at the high school. She's now working over here, but she will be retiring as of July 1st. Also to approve the appointment of the following classified staff, and that concludes my personnel action items.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the superintendent's personnel action items?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Karstoffen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Sequin. Any comments or questions? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Madam Superintendent, do you have a superintendent report for us this evening?
Yeah, very short. First of all, I wanted to get this out there. I can't believe it's that time already, but March 4th is our first event for preschool and kindergarten registration for the 23-24 school year. We will be having other events, but this is on a Saturday at Elyria, I believe, and there will be, I believe it's already been on social media, but we'll be sending things home. So we're excited to get the new students into the buildings for next year. And also, even though it wasn't at the end of February, because they weren't done, but Amy Higgins has a special present for all of you from Board of Education month. It was a little delayed because of the people that were making it for you.
No,
So
very exciting.
we want to make sure you get your new attire.
We wanted to present you with custom shirts for you to wear to represent the Board of Education when you are out
Oh, wow,
at
very
events.
nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you. Whoa.
Look at that.
I believe one of them is long sleeve and one short sleeve, Amy?
One is long and one is short.
Wow, very
Super
nice.
cool
Thank
there.
you.
Welcome.
Wow, these are snazzy.
For everything.
That's fancy.
Fancy, fancy.
Fancy. One in each color. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so
Is
nice.
this my size?
Those are nice shirts.
Yeah. A 2X might
Thank
get
you.
her.
I take a small.
Thank you. for
Thank
what
you.
all
Great,
you do
Thank
for
you.
us and for our kids and families.
great, thank
Wow,
you. That's
thank
awfully
you.
nice. Thank you
That's
very
nice.
much.
Oh, our names are on.
Worth waiting for, right?
Yes.
Absolutely, very nice. Thank you, thank you
And
very
I'm
much.
going to let you go from there. That is all I
Okay.
have.
Okay, thank you, Madam Superintendent. So we'll go right into Board of Education. We don't have any Board of Education business items, but obviously I think everybody's aware that this is our treasurer's last day, so we'd like to take a couple minutes and say thank you. One of the things that I think is often overlooked is being a treasurer of a school district, but also being a treasurer of a building project. And the building project is unbelievable how complicated the accounting is on the state software and all the state funds. And Joy, we could have never done it without you. Those schools that were built, you were a big part of that. So we thank you very much on that. And we also thank you for for keeping us in line. I mean, obviously, there have been times where we wanted to go this way, and you made us go that way. And so we appreciate your dedication to the board, your dedication to the rules, your dedication to transparency, and then obviously your dedication to the funds for the citizens of Elyria. You've done a wonderful job, and you will definitely be missed, but the good part of it is we'll all know that you're enjoying your grandkids, so we definitely wish you well. Board members, would anybody else like to?
How long have you been here now?
Well, I started on St. Patrick's Day in 2016, so it'd be 7 years
7
in
years.
March.
Well, when we interviewed you that night, I think we all thought you were the right person, and I think it's worked out well. You've been a joy to work with.
Oh, good job, Cleo.
How long
We're
did
miss you.
how long did it take you to come up with that?
Right.
Oh, okay. Any other?
I think you've done a wonderful job. Thank you for being such a great watcher over the finances. And I also would like to say that I enjoy being able to say that you're an award-winning treasurer. Yay. Thank you so much. It's
Thank
been a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Going out as an award winner again.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Elaine, did you want to add anything?
No, just from day one. Obviously, this is my first term on the board, but very impressed with you. Very proficient, polished, handled yourself, well and in all situations. And it was great working with you.
Well, thanks. My time here, I can't believe it's been almost 7 years. I mean, I remember when I first came in, and it was
What did I get myself into?
It was Mike, Greg, Annie, Brubaker, and Jim Bax.
Okay.
And you've been a good board, even with the different shifts to work with, and I appreciate that. I also appreciate my staff who's kept me out of trouble the whole time, and they've been excellent. I don't know, I couldn't have done since September through now without them for sure. I mean, they've really picked up the ball and ran with that. And also, the administration has been good to work with, and all of that comes together in things like this.
That's outstanding.
So I appreciate it.
And then we also will be looking forward to you. Joy has agreed to help out with Mr. Rigda on finishing up the financing for the building project. So we greatly appreciate that. And then Madam Superintendent would like to add something to this discussion.
Yes, let me get up and not trip over this thing that we all trip over every time we walk. But it's kind of, I'll go in front here so Kevin can get a little picture. You have to stand, Joy. Show that you're way taller than I am. But, we try to get board members, superintendents, treasurers. This is I want to say the ink drawing that Ed Stewart did way back in the day. He actually was a former art teacher here at Jefferson, but of the Washington Building, the historic Washington Building. So we wanted to present you with this. You can hang it in that room we always Zoom together with, so that when I call you, I'll see this. But we thank you. You were great to work with, and we had a great collaboration, and I think everyone would echo that. So thank you very much. Well, thank you.
And on that note, we'd like to invite everybody to stay for cake and punch, and I would like a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Second. Madam Treasurer, would you please call us out for the last time?
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye. Motion carries, meeting adjourned.